Communication is a major part of everybody's everyday lives, whether it be talking to your family, your significant other, or just your friends. I'm here to talk about some times where pilots and ATC controllers have a very poor lack of communication. On January 25, 1990, Avian K Flight 52 was carrying 149 passengers from Bogota, Colombia to New York. However, because of bad weather conditions and air traffic congestion, the Boeing 707 was forced into a holding pattern off the coast of New York. After circling for nearly an hour and a half, the aircraft was running low on fuel. When the flight arrived at Kennedy Airport, only one runway was open for 33 planes that were attempting to land every hour. Once more, the flight was delayed again, and the aircraft ahead of them failed to touch down. The Flight 52's fuel situation soon became dire. Two crucial pieces of miscommunication led to the disaster and what's to follow. When the aircraft was passed from regional to local controllers, the local controllers were not informed that the aircraft had too little fuel to reach its alternate airport. Compounding the problem, crucially, the aircraft did not explicitly declare a fuel emergency to the local controllers, which would have indicated that the plane was in actually danger of crashing. As a result, missing its first attempt to land, the airplane's landing pattern was too little fuel to execute. While the crew attempted to maneuver the plane, the engines flamed out in a quick succession. The 707 slammed into the village of Cove Neck, Long Island, killing 65 of its 149 passengers and 8 of 9 of its crew. The next accident I'd like to talk about happened on September 26, 1997. Garuda Indonesia Airlines Flight 152 was traveling from Jakarta to Medan. While making its final approach, the pilot called Medan Airport for help, complaining of visibility for fires burning below. At the time, the fires had caused delays, and 3 planes were waiting to land at Medan. Confusion arose because the 2 aircrafts had the same flight number. In the chaos, air traffic control allegedly pulled the doomed Garuda Flight 152 off its regular course. However, it seems the crucial element of disaster was a massive failure of communication between the pilot and the airport. Just before the plane was due to land, the air traffic control ordered the pilot turn right instead of left. A mix-up resulted in the flight crashed into a mountain terrain, killing all 234 individuals on board. Chillingly, 1 minute after the plane wrong turn decision, the pilots were heard screaming. The Chakri-Dadri Midair collision occurred on November 12, 1996. It is the worst mid-air crash in history of aviation. Kazakhstan airline flight 1907 collided with Saudi Arabian airline flight 763 at an altitude of almost 14,000 feet, killing all 349 people on board both planes. The cause of the disaster can be traced back to communication difficulties in the Kazakhstani plane. None of the Kazakhstani flight knew, except the radio operator understood English, so they were completely reliant on him to communicate with air traffic control. The radio operator lacked his own set of instruments and had to look over his shoulders of the pilots in order to find out information such as the aircraft's height. This resulted that the 1907 descended more than 1,000 feet below its assigned altitude of 15,000 feet. While struggling with turbulence inside a bank of cloud, the radio operator noticed the descent and told the crew that they should bring the airplane back up, unfortunately placing them square in the path of the Saudi Arabian 747. The result of the collision destroyed the left wing and stabilizer of the Saudi Arabian aircraft, sending it spiraling towards Earth, disintegrating as it fell. Flight 1907, meanwhile, crashed into a field. 4 survivors were recovered from the wreckage of the Kazakhstani plane, but all of them soon died afterwards.